And then there was the fourth camera that was in our list.
Because the 12 and the 17K weren't enough.
Yeah, which is further out in terms of development. This is URSA Immersive. This was a background project running for a while, something we're working on in development with Apple. It was announced in the summer by Apple when they started to give more information about where they were going with the Apple Vision Pro system and the immersive video technologies that they're developing for consumers and creative content makers. We've worked as a hardware engineer partner with Apple for this product, and it's ongoing. We'll have more information later in the year as we go into 2025.
One sensor inside, two sensors inside, what's going on?
To be determined by engineering, but we'll have two 12K sensors for coverage of what those lenses offer. So then we've got an 8K readout per eye that gives us 180 field of view horizontally and vertically to then take into Virtual Pro. We'll shoot that at up to 90 frames a second in the camera through all Blackmagic RAW formats, and then deliver that for Virtual Pro through DaVinci Resolve. So there'll be some workflow technologies in DaVinci Resolve that allow you to manage dual sensor technology or dual eye technology, slightly different to 3D stereo. Some principles are the same. And then we'll create a pipeline using DaVinci Resolve. That's a workflow that's currently in development with Apple, but something we were helping lead and build on with them.
It's one of the biggest changes to that format since the advent of cinema, really.
Yeah, questions I was asked was like, well, how is it different to 3D? 3D is tricking your brain of looking at a flat 2D plane and interpreting 3D motion or parallax within that space. This is different. This puts you in frame. It puts you with the ability to choose where you look. It all behaves differently. As a filmmaker, where do you put your lights? You can't have a boom mic overhead of particular actors in this frame. How do you interact with the subject? Do you create a first-person story where you are a character in the story? What about motion? Wearing a headset. So there's rules to be learned. You can't have fast frame motion because you'll make the user nauseous.
Yeah, no James Bond action sequences here.
There's actually going to be probably some restrictions in the workflows. DaVinci Resolve will analyze frames, and if there's too much motion or any element that will make the user nauseous or passes over a particular parameter, it will mark the clip to say that it needs to be checked or maybe it can't be used.
Warning.
We're developing these things, as we say, it's very much a work in progress, but what will be interesting is understanding how the technology can be taken forward and used by filmmakers.
I think that's what's exciting to me about this, is that you're working with Apple on it and you make the software as well, so you're in control of that pipeline.
And, you know, we speak about this being a manufacturer that has everything from sensor, in this case, lens on the camera, because it will be an integrated system, through to file format and delivery. And what we will be doing with Apple is they will dictate the format, the file delivery that needs to go into Vision Pro. So that would be an exportable option. This camera won't currently have a live output because there needs to be some processing on what the left eye data and right eye data is doing. So it is a post-production workflow currently through Resolve. But you can engage audiences in events, in activities. It could be recreational.
Exactly. Museums would love this.
Yeah. And it could be an educational tool as well. This is very much where Apple understand where they want to put their technologies. As a hardware and as a partner to that, we bring our filmmaking skills and our tools to that. Apple are building an audience of technologies and a consumer and user base. Naturally, that needs to be fed by production. We talk to the industry that builds content. This is a new tool set and a new dynamic for content and content creators for an entirely new user experience.